What would you say is the definitive dinosaur game? Well, I like this one. Oh man, Jurassic the Hunted, where do I even begin? Maybe the mediocre reviews. Okay, so people didn't really like this game when it came out, but that was back in 2009. I was 6. I mean, come on, this game had a freaking T-Rex on the cover. That's badass. Ah yes, peak childhood, begging your parents for a $60 game at the peak of a recession. Man, where does the time go? I actually remember the first time I saw this game on store shelves back in the day. They actually only had the PlayStation 3 version at the time, but I only had a PlayStation 2. Damn it. But hey, I didn't let that stop me. I went on eBay and overpaid for it myself. Man, the only thing that would make this better is if I still owned a PlayStation 2. Now, I'll admit this was probably a stupid idea, especially since I was just gonna do this anyway. I mean, like, it's not available on Steam, guys. I had no choice. So, Jurassic the Hunted. It was developed by Cauldron HQ, a company that no longer exists. That's always a good sign. And designed only for the North American market. Yeah, take that, Euros. You may get free healthcare, but we get... You got free healthcare, be happy about it. The game was announced on October 16th, 2009 and released just 3 weeks later on November 9th. I mean, did they even try to build hype for this game? Actually, don't answer that. This game only released for Xbox, Wii, PlayStation 2, and PlayStation 3, which really isn't that many consoles, especially when Cars the video game released on just about everything. Hell, they probably would have put it on a microwave if it ever came with an HDMI port. And from what I can find online, the game probably only had about a year in development. That's not a bad thing, right? Well, there's only one way to find out. Alright, just put the disc... Okay, where the fuck do I put this fucking thing? Oh man, it's been well over a decade since I've last played this game, and the menu is exactly as pixelated as I remember. I mean, come on, the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 titles got animated menu screens. I know the PlayStation 2 had some limitations, but come on. But hey, I'll admit, back when I was a kid, seeing a picture of a T-Rex alone was enough to get my jimmies wrestling for more. Man, I sure hope you see a T-Rex more than twice in this game. That would be wild. But hey, I've talked enough, and I'm ready for some dino destructive extravaganza? Did I write that? So, the story has us trying to find the missing sailors of the Saurus expedition led by Dr. Saurus, who went missing in the Bermuda Triangle in 1983. Our main man Dylan, Bermuda Triangle, and his buddy Rock are ex-Navy SEALs who've been contracted by Dr. Saurus' daughter Sabrina to help her look for her dad.
What exactly should we be looking for, Dr. Saurus?
And then out of nowhere, a huge plot temporal storm appears out of nowhere. This causes the plane they're flying to lose control and make Dylan hit a button. Then the gang decides the only way off this crazy train is to jump.
And scream!
Yeah, they had to compress some JPEGs to make it fit on the PlayStation 2 disc. So this is Jurassic the Hunted. After these small raptors get scared off by a disembodied roar, we can get up and enjoy the surroundings. 'Tis all very, very green. And holy shit, PlayStation 2 water. And then we find some bones. Those bones actually end up being the pilot of the plane that crashed, but as you can tell, he's been here for a few decades. Some weird timey-wimey shit's going on around here. And it is freaking me out, man. So after walking about 10 more feet, we find a downed World War II fighter plane, along with a 1911. And being the cornbread-fed, made-in-America Chevrolet-loving American I am, I bum-rushed that bitch. And from this point forward, it's total dino destruction.
Damn,
And after all that, Dylan finds an Xbox Live headset so he can finally join the party his friends have been inviting him to this entire time. His friends sit there and make fun of him for having a terrible KD and tell him he should head to the mountains or something, I don't know. On the way there, he meets some bigger dinosaurs and kicks their fucking ass. And Dylan has a special ability that lets him see the organs of any animal around him, which is pretty badass. It slows time and everything, it's sick. And after dispatching multiple animals on the endangered species list, we can finally head on. What is this, a fucking horror game? Fucking bastard dinosaur. And then we stumble across a boat with a big fucking gun. You know what that means.
Damn.
And after making an endangered species go extinct for the second time, we can finally head to the boat. Once we get on the boat, Dylan gets another invite to an Xbox Live party where his friends make fun of him again for his small genitalia and tell him to meet him at the ridge to the north.
Dylan, shut the hell up!
And after about 10 more feet of walking, you hit a level load trigger and the sun goes down. And it's in this level where we're introduced to the fort defense mechanic. It's basically Call of Duty Zombies with dinosaurs, except less cool. Especially when you realize that it's mainly used just to pad out game time. But it's dinosaurs, I mean, come on! And after a good 5 minutes of dinosaur genocide, you're finally free of your imprisonment to start the next level. And I bet you can't guess what they have you doing in this level. Go on, guess. I said fucking guess. That's right, killing dinosaurs. No, man, they weren't lying. You really are hunting these guys. You know, I know this game may have gotten a bad rap when it came out, but you know the gunplay ain't that bad, the x-rays are pretty cool, and hey, another fortress to defend. Man, I sure love those fortress defenses. And after surviving another onslaught of dinosaurs, you're finally set free again. Walking a couple more feet forward, you find another big-ass gun. Time to make a species go extinct for the third time. You then get a phone call from your buddy Dylan telling you to walk through a volcano because fuck you, it's the fastest way to get to the camp.
So jump ahead leading towards the volcano. That's where you're headed.
So that's exactly where Dylan heads. Ah yes, PlayStation 2 lava textures. Man, when I was younger I used to stare at this stuff thinking about how good it looked. I was 6. I mean, hey, look at me now. And hey, this level isn't too bad either. You got some tight rope places where you try not to fall in lava, kill a couple of Dilophosauruses and stuff, and yeah, it's definitely one of the more unique levels. You may be wondering, dang, we're probably still pretty far away from that camp, right? Yeah, well, until the game fucking teleports you right next to it. What the fuck? You finally get led inside the camp where you find out that Dr. Cyrus is alive. He starts talking about the Aztecs, Germans, and God's chosen people, when he eventually brings up that there's a machine on the island that can take them back to the present and it's on a old German war sub. Dylan says, "That's great, old man, send me and Rock to go get it," but then we later find out that Rock himself is an old man. Ew! It is now up to Dylan alone to save the day, but how are we going to get to the German war sub if the doctor said it's 5 kilometers away? Don't worry, we'll just teleport. If you got lazy, you could have just said so. So this level has you fighting some pteranodons and walking over a bridge. Riveting. And then you finally make it across a bridge and hey look, another fortress to defend. Fuck me, I love defending fortresses. And then you blow up a rock because fuck geology. But oh no, the geology striking back! You then run down the canyon, narrowly escaping with your life, when you turn around and find a... Oh shit, I wasn't ready for this yet. So this is the T-Rex boss fight. And man, do you slaughter this animal. Hey look, some caves! But don't worry, there's a second T-Rex.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
But you fucking slaughter that one too. It's over just like that? So now we're in a cave to look for an old German submarine. And there's these weird things on the wall that explode. I wonder what kind of dinosaur that is. And there's also bugs. They basically take the place of the raptors for the time being. You know, we haven't had a fortress defense in a minute, but there's no way they can fit one of those down here. No fucking way. They might have gotten a little lazy. Nice. We then come across the old German war sub. We also find a big gun. You know what that means. And once you're done with that, right before you're about to leave the cave, the game teleports you to another arena battle. They then mercifully send you back so you can get out of this godforsaken cave. You thankfully spawn back in the open where you meet this asshole. I'm sure he won't become a problem though. Oh hey, a big open arena section. And this is where we finally meet back up with Dr. Cyrus's daughter Sabrina, who's been being harassed by the big old dinosaur ever since she's been on the island. And Dylan, being the white knight Sigma male he is, he's just not gonna stand for it. So now it's up to us to fight the big bad dinosaur as our milady gets away.
Come on, boy. Come here, you big piece of overgrown.
And so we run around the arena shooting the dinosaur, picking up ammo, getting picked up by the dinosaur, shooting him in the nuts, throwing grenades at him, and trying to not die. Eventually our battle gets interrupted by a T-Rex. Man, I sure hope this doesn't end up like Jurassic Park 3. And that's our cue to get the fuck up on out of here. We make it back to base camp with the MacGuffin device where Dr. Cyrus thanks us for bringing back his daughter, just to tell us everything we did was fucking worthless because there's no battery for the MacGuffin. But luckily there's still hope because there's a MacGuffin drone carrying an extra atomic MacGuffin battery we can use for a MacGuffin device. Sabrina marks it on our map and we're ready to get in. So we get teleported in once again and damn, drone's right there. Huh, really is that easy I guess. And so we head out ready to go back to base camp and hey look, another fortress to defend. We're finally allowed to leave again and decide to head through a cave. Weird. We come across some old Civil War weaponry along with the favorite rifle of the Confederacy, the Scar H. We make our way through the caves where we are once again randomly fucking teleported. Luckily for us, we get teleported right back to base camp where we connect the atomic MacGuffin battery to our MacGuffin machine so we can MacGuffin make our way back MacGuffin home. Rock rightly wants to celebrate with some drinks, but then Sabrina goes blah blah blah, God's chosen people 2012, end of the world. Thankfully, Sabrina's right-wing ramblings get cut short by Spike attacking the base. And it's up to Dylan to distract the dinosaur long enough to get the MacGuffin machine back online. And after shooting Spike in the head long enough to give him CTE, Rock and Dr. Cyrus decide to stay back to distract the dinosaur while Sabrina and Dylan escape.
Their sacrifice was worthless.
Good luck, hermano.
Sabrina and Dylan land on a deserted island back in the present. And not too far behind them is Dr. Cyrus and Rock with a dead Spike on their German war sub. But the thing is, Spike's not actually dead. Man, what a cliffhanger. I can't wait for the second game to come out. It is coming out, right? Well, that was Jurassic the Hunted, and my official review is I'm completely biased and nostalgic about the game, so I get to 10 out of 10. But yeah, if you guys like these kinds of videos, just let me know, like, subscribe, and I'll catch y'all later.